Hi guys, this is Breaker. Oh my god, wait a minute. That can't be right. Hold on just a second. Let me go and give both of these players their introduction, and this will tell me whether or not I was right with that. But in the lower right hand corner, spawning as our Zerg in the yellow trunks, I give you Jotripo. Hang on, let me see here. Oops, hit the wrong button. And in the upper left hand corner, spawning as our Zerg in the red trunks. His name is iGx VforVelveeta. Now the reason why I said this can't be right is because if this is IG like I'm thinking it is, it stands for Invictus Gaming. Invictus Gaming is supposed to be basically a pro-Chinese team. But seeing as we have this guy speaking fairly clear English, excuse me for starters, and secondly we have colors that we would not encounter on the ladder, I'm thinking this is a custom game that both players agreed to play. So, wasn't with my, I mean, it wasn't basically the entire reason why I freaked out. I actually did think this was a legitimate member of IG. For those of you who don't know, they are the premier StarCraft 2 clan in mainland China. I'd say the only other StarCraft 2 clan that really comes close to comparing to them in mainland China would have to be World Elite. I am of course talking about their, what's the name? What's the word I'm looking for there? Jeez, the word's right on the tip of my tongue. I forget it. Anyway, I'm talking about Loner, of course, being their strongest Terran. We got a bit of a late. Oh, never mind. Actually, we got basically gas first into pool for both players. But it looks like we had VforVelveeta go ahead and take his first, so he's going to get the metabolic boost out a measure of a few seconds before Jotripo does. Talking about the map for just a minute, the natural is kind of wide open, and for ZVZ I would strongly recommend taking this one, this expo as a third, as opposed to this one. It's hard to describe, but oh wait, this is Wings of Liberty. I was actually under the impression that this was Heart of the Swarm. Then again, wait a minute, then maybe this is Heart of the Swarm. Who the hell knows? It could actually be a custom game. Anyway, it's a Wings of Liberty replay, or so I gather. Okay, no, it's actually a Heart of the Swarm replay, but it's actually on a map that doesn't have the destructible rocks. This is not the latter edition of Echelon Flats, which is actually a little obtuse to what I was accustomed to. Both players taking their naturals at about the same time, going out with the same kind of scout setup. This is telling me that we could see some semi-defensive play. I did see one interesting ZVZ recently, but I won't read into it too deeply just yet. It did involve an early evolution chamber and both players actually going for +1 Carapace ASAP, because if you guys didn't know already, +1 Carapace actually keeps a single Baneling hit from destroying your Lings, which actually makes it, you know, makes your Ling's survivability actually much stronger. And here we go. It looks like the metabolic boost for VforVelveeta finished first, and just as the Lings start, as soon as the red Lings start nipping onto the tail of the yellow Lings, we actually have metabolic boost finishing up. But the big problem is the number of Lings that we have here. Just get a look at this. This is 8 Lings, and presently we don't have enough Lings from Jotripo to take on that many, but coupled with a Queen, that will be more than enough. Queen can of course tank the damage, and simultaneously deal some out on the Lings. Okay, and so far I think we got the... Wow, this is interesting. This is alarmingly early lair tech that we have coming from Velveeta. He actually did make a Baneling Nest, but that Baneling Nest was meant to, strictly speaking... I don't know, it's just... it's not offensive, apparently. Like, typically whenever you see a Baneling Nest going down in the main, it means it's offensive. If it's going down in the natural, it's defensive, because it kind of forces the Lings to SimCity. And the drone going from the main to the natural, drone count continuing to head in that direction, and it looks like the Queen's going to get targeted down here. I don't think it's... No, it's not going to get taken down. Velveeta's coming back and trying to save it quite effectively. No, these Lings are just on borrowed time for now. There are, of course, more and more Lings getting down on the way. But what's important from this scout move from Jotripo is that he actually saw that his opponent's going for alarmingly early lair tech. And he's going to have to do something about it really fast. We're talking, I don't know, maybe some kind of... He's getting his own lair tech right now. And this is actually quite confusing play. This is actually some mind games, I guess, that we've got coming from VforVelveeta. He's actually got Banelings out on the map, and there's 4 more in production right now for Jotripo. Almost ran his Lingzo into the Banelingzo, and here they come. They're coming into the mineral line. It's just not gonna... Oh my god, the... Ouch! The connections were just sick there for both sides of the map, and now we see basically Jotripo is actually opting for immediate retaliation. I do want to note that we don't have any layer specific tech right now. No. There we go. Just as I say it, the Spire's in production, but we do have the Queen falling at the natural. No significant number of workers lost just yet. Amazingly, none of them have died yet. Pretty okay Ling connection or Baneling connection there from Jotripo, excuse me. And, you know, so far I think he's kind of... Both players are both kind of even. They're trying to get their Spires down, but this one from VforVelveeta is going to have like a 30-second lead, and it will be more than ready to cough out. You know, that's just so much of a lead that we see from VforVelveeta. If we just look right here. You know, I mean, I think he had double gas down first in the natural, if I'm not mistaken, and the only deficiency we see from him right now is mineral income, which presently seems to favor Jotripo? No? Oh, interesting. Both players going for almost the same exact build. I mean, we see VforVelveeta droning up behind this, yes, but he's got a Spire, and now, let me see here. Well, it looks like we're going to have VforVelveeta try and move in here, but he's got to wait for his Banelings to catch up. Spire almost finished for Jotripo. The third now on the way for VforVelveeta. VforVelveeta's actually strong, like really going strong against this! Oh my god, the Banelings are everywhere! And oh my god, are we going to see any drone kills here? It looks like we just saw... Oh my god, just one. And all of that, with all these red HP drones. Holy cow, bro, you just missed the golden opportunity. Now we see that the worker count is still actually quite superior for Jotripo. I mean, forgetting the fact that he actually missed a huge opportunity to get some kills. And where the heck are the mutas? We got 6 in production right now for VforVelveeta. Good move, but unfortunately I think what we should see Jotripo do is basically open his eyes. These Lings cannot shoot up, and the best thing that he can do right now is probably go for an assault on the third. Baneling connections rather smooth there. He has to take this opportunity to try and assault the third while his own basically Zergling numbers are greater than that of his opponents. He's going for drone kills. Drone kills aren't going to matter when your opponent is on you know, that kind of income. There are more mutas coming into play for... Wait a minute. There are more mutas coming into play for Jotripo. If we check out the muta count right now, it is currently 725. Jotripo actually, even though he was on... Oh, wait. 728 now, but this is all going to come down to the rallies. You know, just where exactly are they on the map, who's doing what, who's attacking what, and so on and so forth. But, you know... I like this move by VforVelveeta. As soon as the Spire finished, he started going for +1 Carapace, and this is going to make a huge difference in engagements. You guys will see it in the near future. What I am talking about, of course, is the Glaive Worms. They will splash off of your opponent's mutas and just do gradually less and less damage with each one, but with... I'm trying to think here. With the +1 Carapace upgrade, it actually does like no damage, and both of the muta count for both players right now is completely even. So if we were to see them go head to head right now, we would see, and with 0 micro, we would see VforVelveeta basically win that engagement. But we do have like a double pronged attack coming here. Ling's going into the main, while simultaneously we kind of have mutas there breaking off And drones are under attack. That's a good deal of banelings there that just went to waste. Rather, I wouldn't say went to waste, but they were rather cost and efficiently used. And now it's just, ouch. Okay, that was, I'm not sure quite what that was. But we did see Jotripo with more worker kills throughout this game than any other time. Oddly enough, the income is actually even. We do have a complete and total retaliation coming from VforVelveeta, just non-stop throwing lings at his opponent, and there's a few more mutas out on the map. Right now, we see Jotripo with, you know, honestly, a superior mutalist count. I'm not sure how this is possible. Just look at the gas income. What is going on here, guys? Hold on just a minute. Oh my god, the natural, the main, they're not having gas taken from them optimally. That's why we're seeing the mutalisk production for VforVelveeta actually suffer right now. And it looks like these lings are going to make a run by at the third while we have these mutas flying into the main. Just small mistakes like this can actually make the game. We should actually see VforVelveeta winning this right now. But, you know, he made a mistake. You know, where's the muta count at right now? It's actually even for both, actually a little bit higher for VforVelveeta. More drone kills going down for Jotripo, so actually doing an excellent job from playing this from the underhand. And now the lings have dealt with the workers. You know, they've pretty much killed all the workers at the main. More mutas coming into the play, and it looks like the Spire is now being targeted down by Jotripo. You know, once the mutas get here, it's going to be too late. This is basically the death knell. This is the beginning of the end for VforVelveeta. Oh my god. But what we have to see if VforVelveeta wants to win now is immediately push back and kill all of these mutas while taking at the same time extremely minimal losses. I just don't know if this is possible or not. Here we go, and this seems to be an all-in coming from VforVelveeta. On the ground, ouch! Banelings making okay connections, the mutas doing what they can against the yellow mutas, and right now we actually see superior mutalist count from Jotripo. If we were to just see muta versus muta, of course, as I said before, VforVelveeta would be winning that fight hands down, but it's not just like that anymore. Of course, income again being sapped at the third. There was a ling run by being taken down, and here it is, mutas versus mutas. We're gonna see just how this pans out. If a queen can actually get pulled at just the right place, who knows. There it is, GG, and we also had the reinforcing mutas coming in from the end of this. I just want to go back and highlight this for a second. This was the vital engagement. Hold on. Alright, let's wait for them to just turn around and engage right here. No, VforVelveeta's trying to save that, do what he can, but he just doesn't have the production. Sorry about that. Okay, 10 seconds ago. Okay, so right now it's 22 mutas to 24. +1 carapace. You know, it's just... God, sorry. Hang on. Let me turn on the health bars this time around. Okay, so what we have essentially here is more full health mutalisks going against these mutalisks. And, alright. You guys can see here that basically, like, they seem to have longer endurability, but the problem is they actually don't have the ability to hold their ground against this. And also there was a reinforcing wave of mutas coming back here, so that was actually what allowed, you know, Jotripo to win the game. And with all this excess gas floating, you know, if we had 10 more mutas from... If we had like 9 or 8 more mutas, which would be more realistic an estimate, then we would have seen VforVelveeta in a much better position and actually win the game. This has been Breaker. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.